sketch the following graphs. Now, this is one of these things that you've got to kind of think pretty carefully through. So let's start off with A, shall we? So we start off with A. In fact, let me just copy this 3 times because we're going to have to do it with 3 of them. So there we go, and we'll do one down here. So A, first of all. Okay, so let's remember what we're dealing with here. We've got my kind of A top and bottom. Well, A is on the top and B is on the bottom, and they don't have any common factors, so I'm in exactly the right format. So first off, B is even. So first of all, this is positive, right? So I know the basic shape is going to look like maybe a square root or a quadratic or something like that. But B is even, and that means that you're going to be, you can't have any negative values. So the domain is only going to be positive terms, or at least non-negative terms, because 0 will make sense. What else do I know? Well, A over B is less than 1. So that means the shape of this is going to look something similar to the square root function. So it's going to look a little bit like this. Dot, dot, dot. It's the basic shape of this. So again, this is because, what have we got? Let me write it. So we've got 1 over 4. This is even. It's greater than 0, and it's less than 1. That's why this shape is occurring. Second one, this one's more difficult. -2, or x to the power -2 over 5. 5 is odd. Okay, so 5 is odd, so that means you can take any value at all. You can take a 5th root of anything, but there's a negative expression going on here. So this means I'm going to be in a situation where I can't have 0 going in, because I would end up dividing by 0 once I write this more carefully. It's also even on top. So that means overall it's going to be an even looking function. So this example is going to look like, it's going to look like this. So that's the basic shape you always get when you've got negative powers. But because of the fact, first of all, 5 on the bottom is odd, so you can feed in negative numbers. And you've got a 2 on top, it's going to be an even function overall, so it has to look like this guy reflected if you want. So again, the basic reason for this is -2 over 5 is negative, 5 is odd, and 2 is even. These 3 things contribute to this shape. Finally, 4 over 3. So what does this guy look like? Well, what does this look like? This one, so over 3 is good, right? Because 3 on the bottom is odd. You can take a cube root of anything at all. So the domain of this is going to be all numbers. It's positive, so you don't have any worries about dividing through by 0. 4 on the top, that means it's going to be even. That's going to be nice. It's going to be an even function. And finally, 4 over 3 is bigger than 1. So it's going to have this kind of shape, more like the parabola, basically. So it's going to look something like this. So on the positive side, it'll look like this. So it'll look kind of like an x squared type example. But then, because it's 4 over 3, it'll be even, and it'll make sense on the other side. So it'll be like that. So it kind of looks like a parabola. But the reason this is happening is, what have we got? We've got 4 over 3. It's bigger than 1. 3 is odd. So that means the domain is everything. And then, of course, at the top, 4 is even. And that's what makes it have this symmetry, right? Because if I feed in a negative, it's the same as for the positive.